So, what are your thoughts on the race results from the Harvard and Cornell race?
Results-wise, obviously, like, first race of the season, you want to start on a really good foot, and there's a little bit of excitement that comes with having the 2V and 4V beat Cornell, which is, I think, as a program, an achievement worth celebrating in a lot of ways, because we hadn't done that before. The other side of things, like, having our 1V and 3V kind of underperform than what we expected of them, and even relative to some of the other boats in our program, it's it just shows that we have more work to do, and that by having the other two boats overperform, then we know that we have the people to do it within our own program.
What did you think of the week building up to the invite? Like, what was the practice quality like, and what was the mood going into the invite like?
I think for the 2V, we had some really solid practices. We kind of come off the high of like a really good win over Cornell, which was awesome, and I think spirits were high. Yeah, it's like good energy. Definitely like realizing what we were capable of, and like trying to just get into that kind of flow state like as often as we could, and when we do come out of it, like getting back to that, and just kind of push the varsity. So I think that was like a really good week.
Listen up, everybody, the bottom line. I'm a black intellect, but I'm refined. We precision like a bullet, target bound. Just living like a hooker, the harlot sounds. Now, when I say the harlot, you know I need the hot heat of the equator, the broth that's in the pot. Jalik, you wind up your hip. Drafting of the poets, I'm the number 7 pick. Licks, boy, on your backside. Licks, boy, on your backside. Listen to the fate of shot heat, let's it glide. Tip the earthly body, heaven's on my side. Even in Santo Domingo, and I got a gringo. We got mics, when do we go? Know a little you can rhyme when your ass be short, dark, and plus his voice is.
I think that I was almost impressed with how well we did everything leading up to that point. And then, as I said with the race results earlier, that there's things that we definitely need to learn from.
Continue to push and glide. Loose. I want to get looser now. I want to get looser. Moving in our rhythm. Ready? 5 seconds again. Ready? Now. Loose. Together in the back. Loose. That's right.
And I think that was kind of like a punch in the gut, just like, damn, like, Because last year I was in the 3V and I've won both of my races. We just raced Michigan and FIT, and I won them by like lengths and lengths in open water. So for it to be much closer, like Drexel is a lot faster this year, or at least they were at the beginning of the season. Navy is really strong this year. Like the field is tighter than I think a lot of people anticipated, more than I anticipated. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to sometimes get a reality check or a gut check and be like, oh, this is how you reacted when stakes were high, or like or this is how you rode when you got anxious, or when you came with a certain expectation.
What do you think leading up to the Navy Columbia race? What is kind of the pressure that the team is going through right now, and what do you think we need to do in order to be successful at that race?
Last year was the first year that GW has swept Navy at that race in program history, so 60 years of program history, which was a big deal, and that win set us up for like to be in a good position at sprints, which ultimately set us up to go to IRAs. Yeah, like I said, Navy is really strong this year. They have been really strong. So I think the goal is to race with them and to kind of box with them and hopefully come out on top. It was a hard week. Like, we're working hard, and I think but I think the biggest strides we can make is just doing our own thing and like not necessarily being so worried about other crews, like being so self-conscious about our own rowing and our own speed, because then it just won't come. If we do our best, like that's our best chance of beating them, and that's our best chance of setting ourselves up to be in a good lane at sprints, and then set ourselves the best chance of going to California.
Okay, sweet.
Venice, California, known then as Venice, slum by the sea.
There's no need to wear these shades when I drive. I need to see the lead before the stride. There's so much more that can happen. I'm sure that you can imagine. I live around here. Let me show you how to walk it, stop the traffic. Say, them two legs to get you right for action. But good brain, they get you all the answers. They get you all the cash and fashion. Just pat your lashes and tell me where you wanna go. But I don't really think that it can get much better. The city I love, city I love, city I love. You're telling me you wanna break free, I bet you never.